Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you're having a great day. I'm so hot right now. It's so hot in this room. I wish I could put into words. I decided to turn off the air conditioner in the house because we have the back door open so the dogs can go in and out, and I guess I shouldn't be air conditioning the outside. But man, does it get toasty up here as a result. So I blotted right before coming on camera, so hopefully you don't see me breaking out in a major sweat over the course of this video. I am so ready for summer to be over. I am ready for dark, rainy, dreary days. I am just ready for fall. And I feel like the candle company that I'm going to share with you guys today has some really great scents to welcome fall with. So in full disclosure, Burke and Hare did reach out to me via email and asked if I was interested in testing some of their candles out and sharing my thoughts with you guys. I took a look at their website and I was really intrigued by a lot of their fragrances. And so while I don't normally say yes to a lot of this kind of stuff, this particular one interested me. This is also they're a small business, and it is a woman-owned small business. And as a small business owner myself, I like to support other women. So Burke and Hare was kind enough to send me 4 of their fall fragrances to be able to sniff through and then burn, and I'm going to give you guys some subsequent in-depth reviews. Today is just a video to introduce the brand to you guys. I will be working very diligently on burning these candles over the next week or so. I want to get these reviews out somewhat quickly because they were kind enough to send me a discount code to share with you guys. This isn't like an affiliate discount code or anything, but it's only good until September 15th. So I want to make sure that I can get these in-depth reviews out to you before September 15th so that you can use the discount code. So I have a little note here from Erica, who is the owner of Burke and Hare. And she said, thank you for taking the time to try these fall scents. These will be released the weekend of August 20th, except for Pumpkin, which is set to release on, it looks like September 2nd. Here's a code for your followers. It is just MEL10, MEL capital and then the number 10 for 10% off, valid August 15th through September 15th. Oh, that's Craig's birthday. He's gonna be 41 this year. Anyway, so I wanna make sure that if you guys are interested in picking these candles up, that I get you some final thoughts before the discount code expires. So, by the way, I do have my friend Alf here with me. He is currently, I don't know, licking his leg for some reason. So that gross sound that you hear, that's Alf. That's what that is. All right, you guys. So I have 4 fragrances here. They are from, it looks like most of these are from their, are these Halloween or fall? I feel like they're probably both. So I have Autumn Forever, Sleepy Hollow, Pumpkin, and Harvest Moon. So we're gonna be reading through these, and yeah. So just a little bit about the company before we talk about the fragrances themselves. They have this really nice little info card here that they sent along. Just says, thank you for supporting a small independent business by buying handmade. Burke and Hare was established in 2011 by owner-designer Erica with the goal of creating specialty items of a darker aesthetic without compromising style. We make candles and fragrances that pair classic design with supernatural scents. These are vegan and cruelty-free. These are custom blends, so she comes up with all of these fragrances herself. And it says that they have a superior burn. We consistently test our candles to make sure they not only have great scent through, but also make sure they burn clean and evenly every time. So I will certainly be reporting back on the overall burn quality. Now I will say, I'm gonna be very upfront about this. These are 1-wick candle jars that she sent. I don't think these are going to fragrance the downstairs of my house all that well. The downstairs of my house is very open concept, really high ceilings. So I anticipate burning these particular candles upstairs here, either in my filming room or probably my master bedroom. So that's where I plan on testing these out. I will also certainly move them downstairs and see how they do, but I just, with my experience in all these years of burning candles, when you have a 1-wick that has an opening of this size, you know, it's gonna struggle to fill a large open concept space. So do keep that in mind as well. I really like their packaging. They have these gorgeous amber jars. The labels are very simple, but they are, I feel like they're, I don't know if I would say like elegant, but I think they're very nice labels. Nothing super fancy. It definitely has kind of that like homemade vibe overall. And I really like it. I think the labels are really sweet, and these amber candle jars I think are absolutely beautiful, and I will probably be repurposing these after I burn them, because these would be great for just popping things like safety pins, or I don't know. What would you put in here? You could probably actually put, would Q-tips fit? Let's test. This would be a cute little Q-tip jar, wouldn't it? Oh, you could totally stick a Q-tip in here. So these might become some Q-tip jars in my bathroom. So anyway, I've always really liked amber glass. So I think it's nice that she uses this particular glass. Now, one of my candles, Sleepy Hollow, came with a just clear glass. So anyway, you guys, let's start sniffing through these candles. And like I said, I will begin burning actually today, so that I can kind of get to at least, I'm going to try to get to at least the halfway point, and then in the coming weeks you will see some in-depth reviews. Where do we start? Okay, I'm going to start with Sleepy Hollow, since I just have this one in my hand. So Sleepy Hollow, this little card here has like a little, I guess, vibe. And then it also gives you the scent notes, although I will say the scent notes are listed on the bottom of the candle as well, so I think it's nice to have that on here. So Sleepy Hollow, apple picking on a chilly fall day, finding yourself lost in the corn maze. Your notes here are crisp notes of citrus rind, ripe apple, ginger, and vanilla. Let's see what this smells like. Ooh, this is kind of nice. This almost smells like a pomander type fragrance. You get that really nice citrus in here. It's not lemon, it's not lime. It's a little bit, I feel like it's orange rind probably. That's really nice. I like the citrus note in here a lot. Apple is in there, but it's really the orange rind that comes forward before the apple does, at least on cold sniff. That might change when I'm burning it, but I get a lot more citrus on this than I do apple. There is a touch of ginger in here. When I saw ginger, I was like, oh no, I don't typically love ginger. Ginger is another one of those fragrances that comes off as kind of sharp and spicy to my nose a lot of times, and this seems like a really smooth ginger. It's not very aggressive, and the vanilla I think probably helps to tone down that ginger a little bit more. All in all, I really like this so far. This, I wouldn't consider this like a Halloween scent. I actually specifically asked to get more like fall appropriate type fragrances, if at all possible, just because I don't typically like a lot of Halloween scents. I feel like a lot of Halloween fragrances kind of lean more towards like licorice, earthy, patchouli, like just, you know, typical Halloween scents. So I was really pleased that the fragrances that I got, I don't think are necessarily Halloween specific. So that suits my preferences a little bit more. But some of these other fragrances are probably going, like this wildfire scent, the notes in this one are wood smoke, cedar, and patchouli. So That's typically what I feel like a lot of Halloween fragrances are kind of like in the vein of, like there's like heavier, more oppressive, darker type of fragrances. That's just not my vibe overall. And I've told you guys I'm not like a huge Halloween person to begin with. We celebrate Halloween at our house. Like my daughter loves it, but it's just, I don't know. It's just not necessarily my thing. I just like fall. Fall in general is Melanie's vibe, but this is really, really nice. And this is one that I actually really look forward to burning. The wicks look like they are a really nice, strong wick. And I believe that this is a soy formula. Let me see if that is like delineated anywhere on any of the stuff that she sent me. It does not say. I will put it in the description box down below. I forgot to look that up on the website, but these feel like soy candles. By the way, these were delivered on a really hot day and not melted at all. Like these arrived perfectly. No issues at all. So Sleepy Hollow, big fan of that, at least on Cold Sniff. I'm gonna save my favorite for last. But let's go in with Autumn Forever. I think that Autumn Forever is probably my least favorite out of the 4 that she sent, but I think it's still a really nice scent. So the notes on here read apple, clove, sage, and brown sugar. Is this one listed on here? Autumn Forever. Yes, it is. Okay. So the overall vibe for this one is supposed to be a spooky night carnival, vendors selling roasted pecans and hot cider. All right. You know what's throwing me off about this one is that sage really is the very first thing that you smell with this particular fragrance. The sage is very, very forward. The second thing that pops up for me is the clove, then the apple, and there is a sweetness to this. It's definitely brown sugar. Like it's not a powdered sugar note. It's that you know, like that molasses note that you pick up in brown sugar. You really do smell that in here. This is maybe getting a little bit more into that like more classic Halloween type fragrance versus like just a generic fall fragrance that I tend to personally gravitate towards. But I am going to go ahead and burn this one. My hope is that maybe the sage tones down just a little bit, but on Cold Sniff, sage is the very, very first thing that pops out at me. And that's not my favorite like herbal type note. So, but yeah, we'll see what this one smells like when it's burning. All right, Harvest Moon. Okay, this one has apricot in it, and I happen to be a huge fan of apricot. So the notes here are black tea, apricot, cedarwood, and amber. And is this one listed on here? Yep. So this one, the vibe for this reads, a surprisingly warm autumn evening sitting outside gazing at the moon. This is delicious. This does not even necessarily really scream fall to me. I think this would actually be a really great like summertime fragrance. The apricot that's in here is it's amazing, you guys. It smells like you could eat it. Like I want to bite into this. I love stone fruit fragrances. I love peach. I love nectarine. Apricot, I think, is definitely my favorite out of those. And whatever apricot she has here, whatever fragrance oil she used, is top-notch delicious. You do pick up that black tea on Cold Sniff, but it's not like the first thing that hits you, which is kind of interesting because I feel like a lot of tea scents really are more like tea forward, and then, you know, the complementary notes kind of trail behind that. This is more apricot, then black tea. I don't really get any cedarwood from this, and I only get the slightest touch of amber. I'm hoping that maybe there's a little bit more amber that comes through when this is burning, because this is really, really pretty. I would say this is just a really pretty fragrance overall. And I like this one a lot. This is one that I would consider repurchasing. So depending on how these burn, I would totally repurchase that already, just based off of the Cold Sniff. And then my favorite, okay, so this one is not launching until September 2nd. Oh man, this one is delicious and it reminds me of a Scentsy bar. So the notes for pumpkin are graham, cinnamon, and buttercream. This smells so similar to the graham cracker crunch from Scentsy. If you love that fragrance, you have to check this out. And this smells so strong on cold sniff. This one is like, this one almost smacks you in the face when you stick your nose in it. It is delicious. The cinnamon is not like the first thing that you smell. I feel like a lot of fall candles are very cinnamon forward. This has cinnamon in it, but it's like the lightest dusting of cinnamon. It's not like, you know, they just poured a bunch of cinnamon in, not at all. And it's a beautiful gourmand cinnamon. And the buttercream just adds this rich sort of vanilla creaminess to all of it. This is heavenly. And I can already tell you right now, like this, just based off cold sniff, this would be a repurchase for me. So I'm really, really excited to burn these. So I'm gonna go ahead and light those up and get you guys the subsequent reviews. I wanna say a big thank you to Erica over at Burke and Hare for offering to send these out and allowing me to be able to share them with you guys. Again, I really love supporting small businesses, and I, you know, especially if they're a women-owned business. And I have to say, just off of cold sniff, these are very unique. They are very pretty fragrances for the most part. And I think that depending on how they burn, I would be curious to see if they offer like different types of vessels in the future, maybe larger sizes. Have a look through their website. They offer quite a number of fragrances, and a lot of them sound really, really unique and different. So anyway, you guys, let me know if you have any questions about Burke and Hare. Again, this is my first time trying any of their products. So it'll take me some time to kind of get acquainted with them in terms of the quality of the burn, the strength, the throw, the consistency, that kind of stuff. But I will report back on all of that stuff to you in the coming weeks. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. Check out the description box for a link to Burke and Hare, as well as the discount code if you are interested in ordering. Again, it's not an affiliate thing, so I get nothing if you use that. And happy shopping if you choose to partake. Thanks so much. Please subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.